Yeah, when I was a kid, I was just obsessed with Jurassic Park. So for the longest time, I wanted to be a paleontologist. Who hasn't gone? Yeah. Uh, uh, Ingrid or Susan, have you guys gone?
Like you, Alan, I was obsessed with Jurassic Park, and I also wanted to be a paleontologist for a really long time. And the other thing I wanted to be from when I was about 8 to probably 16 was an architect. I will pass to.
Can I go?
Oh yeah, go.
Sorry. Unlike Alan and Ingrid, who were obsessed with something useful, when I was in primary school, I was obsessed with cream buns from the bakery. And my best friend, her family owned the bakery, and at the end of the day, all the unsold goods would come back to their house. So I just wanted to own a bakery because I could just eat cream buns.
I mean, at this stage, it's an essential business, so it is useful.
Totally useless. Misha, to you.
So I wanted to be a violinist, and it seems like everyone was inspired by animals. I had a period where I wanted to be a marine biologist because I really enjoyed snorkeling. Then I went into electrical engineering, and now into meteorology.
Given that we're all in a cool space right now and everyone is having a great time contributing, I wanted to continue this discussion by us just figuring out what we're going to do and what everyone would like to do with the time that we have kind of remaining, at least now until the concert which would have been on the 13th of September, which is at least when this period of online rehearsals would be. So I'm just going to screen share. Give me a second.
Sorry, that's the waiting music.
So these are some of the things that have come up, either things that we've been kind of started to do and we could continue to do, or things that came up in the very initial discussion when we started doing the online rehearsals that we kind of haven't got to yet. So last week we talked about, for the people who have been away for a while, we've been doing this kind of like investigation, amateur detective work into world music. And people have been going off in groups and finding music from cultures that they didn't know about and sharing it with everyone. And what we talked about last week was picking some of those cultures and getting people who are experts in that music to come to our Zoom rehearsals and teach us how to play that music or teach us about that music. So that's this world music sessions with experts. Then the world music sessions, investigating it ourselves, is what we've already been doing. Right back at the beginning when we started online, there was some interest in learning how to conduct or doing a kind of group intro to conducting. What I always try and do with VYSO is think about what is a segment of the community that we could bring into the world of classical music that might not already be connected with classical music. So, hence why we've done stuff that's kind of related to gaming or science or sometimes more broader themes. And so what we do in this class that we teach is every group has to come up with a who that your concert is for. So maybe it's the cat. But we've had people in the class before have come up with, we're going to make a classical music concert for builders that have just knocked off at 4 o'clock on a Friday, and it's going to be in the pub. And what classical music could we kind of provide to them, and how would we introduce that to them, and how would we make that kind of interesting and appealing? Or it might be like Susan had a group in one of her classes who decided to make an entire music program and an app that was for paramedics. So, their job is super stressful. And so we're going to make a music experience for them that helps them kind of come down, that was also evidence-based, and it was kind of based in music therapy of, music that is going to soothe them after having a really stressful job.
So that the who was the paramedics and the why was to shift them from one emotional state to another emotional state. So that might be maybe they need to get a bit amped up, because they're going to work, or maybe they need to come down. So yeah, we've taught this a lot, and we'd love if you're interested. Again, the who of all of this is you. So if you're interested in this, then let us know. And if not, if you want to just look at each other's cats, then that is totally a very good use of our time together as well.
Let's keep this conversation going. I would love everyone to kind of pipe up and say what you want to do with this time that we have together.
I liked what you and Susan posted on Facebook last night. You were doing like a bar each of the music. I reckon it'd be cool if we all learned a piece and then like tried to like, you know, put a metronome on and do like a bar each at a time. Like it could be like really crazy and ridiculous, but either way it'd be fun or amazing. Or both.
I think that's actually a TikTok thing at the moment.
And with what Teresa's just said, getting an expert in, I vote for klezmer because I just want to learn klezmer so much.
Well, we could do a game which I've seen, I don't know if any of you watch it, Spicks and Specs, and like when you gotta, you know, sing a song using the words from a book, we could do that, except do like classical pieces of music.
Very cool. So I'm going to pass over to Connor for 2 Minute Talents.
I'll go.
Go for it.
So when I had real trouble thinking of what to do, so I ended up thinking about all of the sort of tips and tricks that you use when working in hospitality, because that's basically what I've done for 10 years. And actually this is going to go really well now because Connor said that he wanted to be a professional waiter when he grew up. So this is one that you can, is probably only ever going to be useful if, you know, you're at a big family event, you've been told to set the table and you can't be bothered to do multiple trips from, you know, the kitchen to the table. But it's also one of the kind of showy off ones where there's a Guinness World Record for this that I looked up. And it's basically carrying wine glasses in one hand. So you can carry a lot and safely. So I raided our kitchen to find all the wine glasses that I could. Oops. I'm going to take these off because it's kind of throwing me off a bit. Hold on. There we go. Still hear me? Yep. Cool. So basically I was going to show you how to do it. So basically you want to hold them all that way up and they're going to go in the gaps in your fingers. And everyone kind of starts differently, but you end up with 3 in 3 spots, not 4, unless you've got really, really big hands. So I just go in like that. And then the trick is each subsequent one doesn't go on, you can't really see it in the light. It doesn't go on top. You have to go under the previous one. So they go on top of your fingers, but underneath the previous glass. So they lock in. And then you just keep going around and adding more and more. And like that there, that's 6, and that feels very secure. That's not going anywhere. You can run around pretty fast with like that. I can pretty much do 7 comfortably like that. And then if I was really pushing it, I could do 8 with one under there as well. Because they lock in, they're not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to take that one off. And then the next trick particularly for when because working in catering, we have to set a lot of tables and with a lot of wine glasses. So the next one goes like this. It goes up on top like that, but locking in underneath the other ones. Yeah. And then this is where I would probably, when working, this is where I would stop and I'd have 2 in this hand, and that's how I would go run around the tables. And I can pretty much move as fast as I would with nothing, with them all like this. If you want to get fancier, the next step, I'm gonna have to step back, is they go on top in a tower. And so I haven't done this in a while, but so you get one there, and then they lock on top like this. That has not worked, hold on. That didn't quite work, but basically they lock on top like that. And if you've got, yeah, no wine and not dirty glasses. This is only for clean glasses. And you can look up, like, I think, so my record is of not walking around, as in just trying to get as many as possible, is 11 on one hand. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. And the trick is that they have to come off in the reverse order that you put them on. And it is much, much easier if they are all the same glass. So that's why these ones didn't work super well, because they're all different sizes and different weights. But yeah, and so the guy, I think, so yeah, I could do 11 on one hand. The guys that I used to work with could do like 15, depending on how long your fingers are. And I think the world record is 51. Yeah. I'll see if I can find a picture.
And that's just one hand.
So that's my trick. But there's lots more tricks when it comes to catering and waiting and bartending. But that was, I thought, a fairly impressive one. So there you go.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody. That was also really good. This is really interesting. I'm loving these so far. So I'll bring up our roster for next week. So we got in the call. So we've got Grace, Mengfei, Cara, and Rebecca up for next week. So looking forward to see what you come up with, guys.
Can I share a link that's relevant to mine for next week? I'm a bit obsessed with geography quizzes. So I'm going to send you guys a geography quiz that my talent's based around, just so you guys can have a go during the week for context. And I'm sorry if you also get addicted to this website. I think I spent maybe 4 hours doing geography quizzes yesterday. So there we go.
Oh, that is so cool. I'm going to lose time on this. I'm just putting a link in the chat as well of the White Sheets form. So if you've got any feedback on today or more answers, but again, hopefully everyone's got that document for what we're going to do for the next 5 rehearsals. So just, like, seriously, it's all out there. Everyone just do whatever you want. It's really... It's like meeting the heights of creativity here at VYSO. Susan and I are going to play a little duet that we sight read yesterday for you as an outro music.
Please,
if you want to
leave, please leave. Please leave. And we'll see you next week.
And we haven't warmed up, as you know, because we've been talking to you for 2 hours.
Thank you, everybody.
Did you say the cat licked my mouthpiece?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
The computer's on the tissues.
Do you want to go from the recap or the whole thing?
I don't mind.
Okay, whatever. All right. Seriously, please feel free to leave. Seriously.
Am I playing?
I'll play well.
Go. Good. Wait, can I just play a note? Okay.
Ingrid's warmed up.
Page 10. Bye. Oof.